Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's not waste any time and let's get directly to the hot topic of the last 2 weeks, and that is the much anticipated launch of the MSFS 2024. As we all know by now, it turned out to be, well, let's call it an unforgettable event. Most pilots ended up being unable to get to the sim on the day one, as developers were trying to quickly mitigate the problems. So, by any means, this wasn't exactly the smooth departure everyone hoped for. But, to their credits, the MSFS team has been incredibly transparent about what went wrong and what they are doing to make things right. So, let's dive into the aftermath of this turbulent launch and let's talk about what we learned from the first developer stream since the game's release. First of all, York Neumann, head of the project, kicked off the dev stream with a heartfelt apology, acknowledging the awful experience and promising to do better. Now, what caused this mess? Turns out it wasn't the game client or even the servers. The culprit was the Content Delivery Network, or CDN, that bridges the gap between servers and players. On the launch day alone, the system was bombarded with over 100 billion package requests, and the CDN simply couldn't handle such load, resulting in widespread errors and downtime. The team had to act fast, introducing a queue system to stabilize things temporarily before eventually migrating the entire infrastructure to a more robust CDN. By the end of day 2, error rates dropped significantly, and by day 3, the system was back on track. Developers even shared detailed charts showing the timelines of errors and recovery, and they also share statistics of the API return codes showing the rate of error codes is at the moment really tiny. So hopefully it shall stay like this going forward and the game and sim will be stable. So where are we now? 2 patches have already been released, with the third, and the largest one yet, is scheduled for next week. This upcoming patch promises significant improvements, including bug fixes for over-exaggerated airport lighting, broken electrical systems on the Cessna 172, and those infamous wind and turbulence issues in the carrier mode. You will also have the option to disable specific packages in your library that you don't want to stream. Unfortunately, the marketplace is not coming until 2025, as the team wants to give a little bit more time to third-party developers to prepare their packages. Beyond patches, the devs have outlined their plan for regular updates, with sim updates rolling out quarterly. Content updates like aircraft, carrier improvements, and world updates will be delivered server-side, ensuring a steady stream of enhancements without bogging down your system. The developers still have to figure out how to communicate the changes in this case, but we surely won't be blind. Speaking of systems, the team addressed concerns about streaming data requirement, explaining that a fully local version of MSFS 2024 would balloon to a staggering 1.4 terabytes. Streaming is therefore essential for keeping the sim manageable, but they are also working on options for players who want to pre-download certain packages permanently. As a curiosity, it was mentioned that on average, during first 3 hours, players use only around 18 gigabytes, further emphasizing the strength of the streaming as opposed to requirement to download hundreds of gigabytes just to start playing. We also got a glimpse into the most wishlisted items, and we can see what the developers are working on and what's still under investigation. One of the more controversial items is the encryption of default aircraft, which was implemented to prevent modifications that might disrupt carrier mode. However, the team plans to gradually decrypt some planes for use in free flight mode. There are also exciting features in progress, like starting flights without the workaround, adding more aircraft variety to carrier mode, and providing better data readability for tools like Little Nav Map. Some players have raised concerns about outdated Bing data, but developers reassured us that these updates are ongoing in the background on the Bing side, and the sim will keep using those updated packages whenever possible. One of the highlights of the stream was a guest appearance by Working Title, the team behind Planner Tool and updated avionics framework. And did you know the Flight Planner in MSFS 2024 isn't actually just in game, but also available as a web app? Yep, you can head over to planner.flightsimulator.com, log in with your Xbox account that is linked to MSFS 2024, and start planning routes. And whether it's selecting departure and arrival points or generating full flight paths with charts, ILS frequencies, and approach procedures, the tool makes flight prep a breeze. You can even share your flight plans with friends through a simple links. And it goes without saying that what you create in the web app is later accessible in the sim. Now, how is the 2025 looking for us? Well, despite the rocky start, the devs are determined to keep pushing forward. Therefore, in early 2025, we'll see World Update 19 focusing on Brazil, marking the first update of the new year. As part of this update, MSFS has finally secured a partnership with Embraer, meaning we might get some iconic Brazilian aircraft in the sim soon. And as a gesture of goodwill, the team is gifting 4 new aircraft to all players for free, starting with the Cessna 185F and the Cap 4 Paulistinha that will come with the Brazil update. And while bug fixes remain a priority, of course, the roadmap for 2025 still includes regular updates and new features, proving the developers are in it for the long haul. So, to sum it up, it's clear the team is committed to turning this launch fiasco into a long-term success. They've admitted their mistakes, shared their solutions, and outlined what's coming next year. Of course, ideally, this shouldn't have happened, but I still believe that many other studios could take some inspiration in how to handle messed up launch like this. But the real question is, how has your experience been so far? Have you taken to the skies or are you still waiting for things to settle down? Let me know in the comments below, because this Sims journey is far from over and we are all along for the ride. Stay tuned for more updates, and as always, happy flying.